So Fana would be too strong. Is Pyramid getting nerfed? Oh wait, let's see. Yeah, if I got Rick rolled there, that would have actually been very sophisticated. That would have caught me off guard. Let's see. What is going on? Well, I said it is 80% versus 20%. You know, 20% is the killer, 8% is the survivor. There's always 4 versus 1, so they're all going to be the majority. Alright, let's see. So, upcoming mid-chapter, we're kicking off you. So they feel it's important to see how the new content plays out in a real scenario for committing to the balance changes. So they're doing a PTB, I guess, right? Something that seems overpowered upon release can end up being a non-issue once people have had a chance to play against it and develop counterplay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, counterplay like a god palette. Anyway, whatever. Likewise, something that might seem underpowered might find a niche once people have had the time to experiment with new builds and playstyles. Other times, the playstyles that crop up over time can turn out to be frustrating or unfun to play against. Yeah, like a god palette, yeah. With this in mind, or a safe loop. Very, very boring, in my opinion, but... with this in mind, we plan to renew the previous chapter once it's had a few moments to simmer and adjust. Okay, so let's see. So, executioner changes. From watching Pyramid Head matches over the past few months, we've noticed that many people will opt to only use his punishment of the damned attack at pallets and windows. Well, yeah. Why would you use it when they're out in the open? What? I guess maybe if they're like at the side of a loop, where survivors locked into the interaction unable to attempt to dodge the attack. To address this and make gameplay more dynamic, we are making 2 changes. Oof. Increasing the delay after cancelling rights of judgment before Pyramid can attack. Oof. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, let's just see. Reason for this change is... by the way, I don't think actual Pyramid can compete at the highest level, as he is right now, just FYI. And I don't think many can at the highest level, as the tournament pretty much showed. But if they change other things, then, you know, who knows? Maybe they're just trying to push all the killers down to the same level, so then they can sort out the foundation, then every killer can play at a good level. Who knows? Currently, the survivor is left with 2 choices. Oh! 2? Opposed to 0, and just break the pallet like a god pallet. I need to stop. At least they get choices. Vault the window or drop the pallet. Get hit with punishment of the damned, or continue running and get hit with basic attack. By increasing the delay before you can do the basic attack after cancelling rights of judgment, the survivor gets a small window to avoid an attack similar to the Huntress or Demogorgon. Okay. Increasing the delay after attacking. So he gets more delay once he... Wait, let's see. Missing the attack with punishment of the damned can be very punishing, or the irony. The cooldown after attacking is fairly long, which gives the survivor a lot of time to... Oh, this is a buff, right? So they've done the nerf, and then they've done a buff, it looks like, right? By lowering the cooldown, you're able to use your power more liberally without having it backfire as hard as you miss. The goal of these changes is to move Pyramid's Head gameplay in a more skill-based direction, which rewards aiming your attacks. But there's delay to his attacks. The survivor has the last say because they can see when the attacks come in and dodge. It's hard, but you can do it. You can see it. Like it starts from where he attacks, and it has like a wave effect. So you can see that you're in it, and you can move away before the wave even hits you. So you can do it. But yeah. Or using it in situations where you're guaranteed a hit. Even when you're guaranteed a hit, you still lose. Anyway, whatever. There might be a huge foundation change. I don't know. That's, optimistic thinking. We are not aiming to make executioner stronger or weaker overall, but rather to address some of the frustrations of both sides. Right. Okay. Perk changes. Happy to see that some of the perks from Chapter 16 have found their way into Bill's regular lineup and niche builds. However, they are free perks that we would like to revisit. Okay, let's see. No one really uses these perks, I would say, right? No one really uses these perks. Obviously, they use these. Well, not this. I guess we'll see there. Let's see. So, Trail, not really. Force Penance, no, that's terrible. Blood Pact. I told you how to make Force Penance better. The way you make Force Penance actually good. I haven't read this, but the way you make this actually good is when someone takes a body block. What's it called? When someone takes a protection hit, or whatever it's called. When someone takes a protection hit, they are broken until downed. That's how you make that perk good. Will people use it? Maybe not still, but at least then it's a good perk. Protection hit, yeah. So that's the way you make that perk actually good and usable. I said that when I first heard about it, and I still believe that. If they take a protection hit, they are broken until downed. Then you actually get something for it. Being broken for X amount of time doesn't do anything. They still go into a chase, which they would have been injured from anyway. And they wouldn't have had time to... Basically, like, the way Force Penance works is they take a protection hit and they are broken, I believe, right? But if you follow them, they would have been injured anyway, so it would have just been like a normal chase. And if you don't follow them, they will heal later on anyway, right? So this, I have a feeling it's still going to be pointless because I can see 20 seconds, but we'll see. Anyway, Trail of Torment, we erred on the side of caution when releasing this perk. If the killer is undetectable too often, it easily becomes overwhelming and start to overshadow actual stealth-based killers. After watching it play out, we are comfortable with giving Trail of Torment a buff. That's cool. Undetectable status effect will now remain active until the mark generator stops regressing or until the survivor is put into a dying state by any means. This is solid. This is solid. This is a decent change. This actually looks like it might get used, so that's cool. This creates the interesting dynamic where the survivors need to stop the generator from regressing or remove the undetectable status effect. The only problematic thing with this is it shows the gen that is kicked. But this is cool. This is 100 times better than its other version. This is something that I might even mess with. It's very interesting. Let's see though. It says, yeah, and you need to put them into a dying state, so you get it until they're in a dying state. That's solid, man. That really is solid. So good job on that. Force Penance, this is probably going to be nothing. Force Penance has some interesting applications, but the duration seems a little low to get much use. We're increasing duration, broke it. Yeah, nothing. Blood Pact. Haste effect is nice to have, but did not last long enough. We are scrapping the duration for the haste effect and instead making it last indefinitely until the two survivors are no longer within 60 meters of one another. Wow, okay. Probably still won't be used, but how fast is the haste effect, guys? They're at 100%. What percent are they at when they're in haste? So that 107%, 105, 107. Damn. Imagine that versus 110% killer. You'd have to really organize it. Most likely a survivor friends can only get something from this. But you could really make some video if you're a survivor main with this. Bullying some 110%, most likely. It's going to be very hard for them to catch you. But I don't think this will be used. The only thing what I'll think is going to get used is this. This is actually a solid change. This is trash still. I've explained why. Like, literal, if you attack someone, the only time you're really going to attack them is when you're carrying them, right? That's usually when the protection hits happen. If they're not, they take the body block. If you followed them anyway, they would have been injured. And if you don't follow them, they'll heal after 20 seconds. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense this at all. It'll only make sense if they're broken until they're downed, in my eyes anyway. On the subject of perks, we have also prepared a package of perk updates for the mid-chapter. Like the perks mentioned above, we'll go through and give short explanations of each one. Any means necessary. That was that one. Yeah. Oof. Okay, so they buffed it. Reduced the cooldown to 60 seconds. What was it on? 80? $120? Fucking hell. Double? Okay. That's drastic. That's a big one. That's half. Added a score event for resetting a pallet. This is another perk that we urged and started to caution when releasing. Resetting pallets can be a game changer, and we wanted to make sure that it wouldn't get our hand. Upon review, we're comfortable. So, right, so this perk will legitimately be good if loops were balanced, and I'll explain why. If loops were balanced, less killers would break the pallets, and they'd try and go for the actual, gameplay, leaving the pallet while walking to the hook, allowing you to reset the pallet, you see. But because loops are not very balanced, every killer just breaks the pallet, so that's the reason why this isn't used. It's not because of the cooldown, it's because the loops are not balanced, is my belief. Once again, it's the foundation, it's the cause, not the effect. Same with why people are using Ruin, Barbecue, etc., etc. It seems to always be that way. Once again, not factual. It's just kind of my observations, my opinions, what you get here. Obviously, because it's me. Cruel limits. Increase the radius to 32 meters. Concern cruel limits. Increased range from 32 from 20. Shit. For the people, added score event for using for the people. That's whatever. Mindbreaker, increase the duration of the exhaustion effect. Okay. The exhaustion effect from Mindbreaker often ended up being too short to make use of, increasing the duration by a few seconds. Crap. Slippery Meat, removed bear trap escape chance. Added an increased chance to self-unhook. What's that mean? You just get one more. Slippery Meat has found its way into some niche builds. Wait, how many chances did you have with Slippery Meat? I can't remember. Not playing no more. We will after this. We're just reading. Still trash. Yeah, it's still trash. In my opinion. So now they get 6. So they get 6 chances. So what percentage do they have to Kobe? What percentage do they have now? Or does it class as the same percentage each time? Because I'm not sure how the probability works on the hook. This is something we've moved away from recently, so we will be removing the increased bear trap escape chance from this perk. Removed, yeah. Yeah, because it didn't do anything, that. To better play into the niche playstyle, Slippery Meat will now increase your chance to self-unhook, in addition to leaving you more self-unhook attempts. Oh, shit! Wait. Here it says it increases your chance, right? Increases your chance. But then says, in addition to giving you more self-unhook attempts. It's like they're saying the same thing twice. That's why it confuses me. Because the self increases your chance is the addition of giving more self-unhook attempts. Or are they saying that you have a higher chance as well as the self-hook? Or are they just saying the same thing twice in different words? You get more chances. So they're saying the same thing twice then. They're saying it increases the chances, and then it says, in addition, you get more self-unhooks, which obviously increases the chances. Okay. Fanatophobia removed heal speed penalty, but increased penalty on other actions. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Dependent on what the penalty is. That could actually be legit, guys. What are you on about? That could be legit. If they've... So I think it was 4%, right? If they've made it where now you don't get the heal penalty, but the gens are like 8% or 12%, that's kind of legit. I doubt it'll be that high, but one can dream. That could be legit. Thalassophobia is meant to encourage the survivors to heal in order to avoid the penalty from the perk. Yeah, agree. That's a good understanding of the game and what high-level play is. That is literally what they will do. However, it currently reduces healing speed as well, creating a lose-lose situation no matter what survivors do. No. It's not lose-lose, because when they heal, then they... What? No, what? When they heal, then it goes. How can it be lose-lose? I disagree. I agree with this. This is a good observation. This doesn't make sense. I don't think it's lose-lose. This prevents us from making the perk stronger, as it would quickly get overbearing. Jacob, thank you for the 50 bits, by the way. Chance is the probability of unhooking yourself, and the attempts is how many tries. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're saying two things. So it's almost sounding like they're upping the chance probability and the attempts, but I don't think they are. It's just how they've worded it. This prevents us to make the perk stronger, as it would. Yeah. So this has potential to be good. It seriously has potential. If they add, 8% per person, slower down on gens, that's solid. I like that. If it's just like 5%, then yeah. I mean, at least it's a bit of an increase, but yeah. To address this, we're removing the reduced healing speed from the perk, but increasing the action speed penalty. They're not saying what to. Very weird. On these other things, they've been saying what to. Like, for example, we've reduced the cooldown to 60 seconds. They're saying what they're doing it to. Increase the radius to 32 meters. They haven't said this one either. They've said just the duration. They're not saying by how much on this one. On this one, they're saying what exactly they're doing. They are giving another unhook. Why are they not saying on some and saying on others? Like, they're not saying here, look. They're not saying what percent they're increasing to. It's very weird. Maybe they're still working it out. Very weird. Always makes me feel like there's like some agenda when I dissect this. When I see like they are literally giving something, but then not. I don't get why you wouldn't do that. We're going to live forever. Added new ways to get tokens. Increased healing speed when healing a dying survivor. We're going to live forever is often seen as a survivor's equivalent to barbecue and chili, but lacking a secondary, like the latter's aura revealing. It can also cause survivors to compete for unhooks, leading people rushing in for saves. They do that anyway because altruism gives a lot of points. Seriously. You don't need We're Gonna Live Forever to rush hooks. Altruism gives you like the most points the quickest on DVD. So I think that's the reason why people do that, not We're Gonna Live Forever. By adding additional ways to get tokens, we hope to reduce the competition between survivors. Secondary effect gives the perk more use within the trial. So you're allowed to heal people quicker when they are on the floor. So it hurts sluggers, basically. But I don't think many people are going to use this at highest level anyway, so it doesn't even matter. You never know, though. It might be insane. This doesn't say the variables, by the way. It just says added increased healing speed, but it doesn't say what, like how increased. So, yeah. They pick and choose of what they are giving you and what they're not. Maybe it's still on the drawing board. Technician, increase the chance to prevent an explosion to 100%. What? Oh, okay, so you never can make it explode. Kind of like, I guess, for new players, maybe. Added an increased penalty to missed skill checks. Technician is designed as a perk to help... Oh, there you go, new players. And those who struggle with skill checks. There is, however, a random aspect to it, as whether or not the generator explodes, it was prevented to make it more consistent and play more into the learning tool aspect. We're changing the perk to always prevent the explosion by adding a small penalty to progress the skill checks. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like a newbie thing. All right, let's see. Wait, what? So Pop Goes the Weasel. Decrease the time the perk stays activated to 45 seconds. Originally, Pop Goes the Weasel had a 30-second cooldown, which felt too short. We later increased this to 60. This felt much better to use, but it wound up being a little too lenient, and allowing killers to find and kick a generator at their leisure, often after chasing and downing a different survivor. To add some urgency back into the perk, we're splitting the difference and changing the time to 45 seconds at tier 3. What at tier 2 and 1? Wording. Is it 60 at tier 1? Is it? Is it? This way you'll have enough time to get to the generator you want to kick, but you'll want to kick the generator before committing to the chase with another survivor. I don't know. Why NERF pop goes the weasel? I don't know. I guess it was good at stopping gens. I don't know. Perk rarity simplification, keeping the theme perks, a small change, not noteworthy one nonetheless. Noteworthy one nonetheless. All perks will now share the same rarities based on their tiers. Going forward, perk rarity will match the tier of the perk. Uncommon, rare, very rare. It's basically easier to find the perks you're looking for. Okay. Graphics update, cool. Very cool. The graphics updates definitely welcomed. That looks really nice. I know where that is. That's that looks like the call tower, where the window's there, I believe, and then you've got the door there and the gen there ish. Looks like that direction. Yeah, it is. Yeah. This is the oh no, sorry, what is this? Ironworks of Misery, sorry. Ironworks of Misery call tower. This is call tower on the second floor. 100%. And then you'll have a window here and a window here. This concludes the September edition of the developer update. All the changes mentioned will be available for testing on the player on 29th. Okay, well, interesting. There you go. We had a big dissection of that with, once again, as you know, my opinions throughout, because that's what you get here. Take them or leave them. It's up to you. It's just my opinion. But there you go. I guess we'll check that when it comes out.